how about the meta? All right. How about the meta today? And today we're going to go ahead and break down another Timmy whiteboard segment. And we're going to go over my thought process on becoming the investor to the collector to the player and how you lose value jumping from one segment to the next. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and break that down. But before, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some random guy who lives with his aunt all the way in the room in the back of the house. All right, so don't take this as like the hard, this is the way it is, financial advice, and go in and buy all the Mothmans out. Don't do that, all right? We're just going to go ahead and break this down for entertainment purposes and my thought processes on it. And without further ado, let's get into it. So we have our charts. We have our investors, collector to the player. Our money flows. As we go to the right, we lose value. All right, remember that, people. We lose value. So we're going to go ahead and take the example of the MetaZoo. All right, so we have our MetaZoo and we have our big, nice Babe the Blue Ox sealed. Let's do our little Blue Ox. Yeah, the Babe the Blue Ox. So we have our sealed MetaZoo box, and let's hope that you didn't buy it at the Timmy price of $600-700. I hope that's not the case. But nonetheless, let's say you get it for around $500. So you have, this is where I think that these categories differentiate. If you're an investor, in my eyes, an investor is, you do have the intentions to sell, all right? That's what the investor does. The investor is someone who buys and invests to sell for profits. Now, the collector plays a different role in my eyes. The collector are the people that genuinely like to collect the game. Maybe they like the artwork. In my case, I love the hollow pattern. I love the whole like old school artwork that they have going on. I love cryptids as well. You know, my mom is like a huge fan of cryptids, so we like cryptids. So collectors play a different role than the investors, and the players play different roles as well because they enjoy to play the game. They the reason why they're players is usually probably because of other things, but we're gonna go ahead and break that down too. But the players enjoy to play the game, so they don't actually care about the price of the cards as long as they can get the card to play the card. So we're gonna go ahead and break it down. So you're an investor, you buy your MetaZoo box at $500, right? And one day you wake up and you decide that you actually like the artwork, so you decide to collect it, right? Not knowing that you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna collect the game, and you're gonna break open your sealed MetaZoo box. So your sealed box just turned into singles because you like to collect the game. So now you have singles and the beautiful hollow pattern, and you have a bunch of single cards and, you know, little stars and rainbow reverses, and the cards look nice. Not knowing, all right, not knowing that, remember guys, as you go down the chart, you're losing value. So you just jumped in from the collector's side from the investor side to the collector side, and you lose value. Your singles are now worth, you went from 500, let's say, because you know you're not the special child. You know, there are those special people who will pull 3 or 4 Mothman in a box. You're not that special child, all right? Sorry to break it to you. So you break open your box and your singles are now worth, let's say, $250 to $300. You just lost 40 to 50% value of what you did. So if you were an investor and you broke open your box, you just lost value here in your singles, right? Yeah, your singles are nice, but remember, collectors play a different role. You actually enjoy the product. You like the artwork, you like the hollow pattern, but you're losing value, all right? So one day you decide to wake up, and as a collector, you're sorting your cards out, you're getting your binder set, you decide you want to play the game. Right? You decide that you want to play the game and you want to go to your local league challenge and you want to destroy all the little kids with your Mothman, you know, and so you decide you want to be a player. And you know what? Let's go ahead and say that you actually rip open your box and you actually pull the Mothman back in your collection of singles. And in your collection, you have this nice, cool looking Mothman. Yeah, my Mothman looking awesome. So you do pull a Mothman. Let's say you pull a Mothman and he's worth, you know, this is the hollow Mothman, and he's going for the market price of anywhere between $200 to $250 right now. I'm trying to scoop one up. I'm trying to scoop one up for $160. Let me know if you have one. But anyways, you pull a Mothman up worth $200 to $250. but you decide that you want to play the game, so you take it to your local leagues and you want to destroy all the little kids because you know Mothman is the cheese card of the game, and you want to destroy all the little kids and you decide to play it. So now your Mothman, all right, your Mothman card starts to get these nicks, right? Because you're shuffling it up, you're dinging it. You know, your dog maybe chewed the corner off, and your cat scratched up all the hollow, and you got some dinged corners from shuffling it. And now your Mothman is now went from heavy play to light play. So your Mothman, it was worth 200 to 250 in the collector side, but in the player side, you're losing massive value. Let's say you do have that heavily played, lightly played Mothman, and let's say you do go to the local leagues and destroy that kid, and then he spits on it and he rips on it because he destroyed him. So now your Mothman's worth even low, maybe $80, or he gets mad and he rips your card because he destroyed him, and now it's $0. So now you can see how we went from the investor, I'm keeping my sealed product, to, you know what, I like the game, let's collect it. Oh, I want to play the game. So now you're destroying your card up, and you're losing value as you're jumping to each category. Now, mind you, you cannot go this way. All right, you cannot do that. You cannot go from player to collector to investor, because if you go from player, as a collector, nobody's gonna want to buy the Mothman that the kid spat on, that the cat scratched, that the dog chewed up, that you were shuffling it and you accidentally bent it. The collectors are not gonna want to buy your Mothman. All right. The investors are not going to want to buy all your singles. All right, they like the sealed product. If you know how the sealed product works, and the great Papa Rudy shows you one day, if you take a sealed box, right? As you take a sealed box and you open the sealed box, this is box, and these are the singles. Yeah, I know, singles is my doctor handwriting. Anyway, so as you open up the box and you decrease supply, you are increasing the value of the box, because it is becoming more scarce, it is becoming more rare. And as you open the box, you're injecting more singles to the market, so the singles start to go lower. So as an investor, you tell me, what do you rather invest in? Would you rather invest in the sealed box that as more get open, it's going to go higher? Or do you want to invest in the singles? As more singles get pumped, they go lower. So an investor's not going to want to buy your single collection cards, right? Most investors are going to want to buy the sealed product. And this is where you have to realize that if you're an investor, I'm going to be straight up forward with you. I do all three. You know, I do all three. I'm investing in it, I'm collecting it, and I'm playing the game. But you have to keep each category separate as its own. And in my eyes, this is the way I do it, in its own, how do you say it, like money segment. So if you're an investor and you have a sealed box, do not open it for your collectors, and do not use your collection to play. Keep your sealed product, hide it under the bed, put it up in the closet, put it up in the attic, dig a hole, put it down and bury it, whatever you want to do with it, but do not use it for your personal collection. All right, if you are investing in a sealed box or any sealed product, it is because you have the intentions to sell it for profit later. So keep your sealeds separate. If you want to be an investor and a collector, go ahead, start finding deals for low-priced singles. All right, find the singles that are low-priced. Why would you want to get a sealed box that's going to cost more and lose value on singles when you can just buy singles as a collector for cheap price as compared to ripping open the box? You don't want to do that. So you buy your singles low prices. You go on Facebook Marketplace, TCG Player, wherever you're going to find your singles, and get them at low price for your personal collection. Maybe your set binding, maybe you want to have a nice beautiful set, master set, whatever the case may be. Buy your singles at low price. Keep your investments different than your collectors. Do not transfer over. All right. And then when you buy these low singles and you're out here buying Mothmans at $180, you get a really good deal. You don't want to put it in your deck, take it to the local league challenge, and then some guy spills a Coke on it. You don't want that to happen, because then your nice collection Mothman card is just going to go down to no value because it's all wet. So if you're a player, remember, as players, we're going to play the cards. So we want to get some of the singles as low as possible. I mean, we want to get some of these for pennies on the dollar. And I mean pennies. Some of the competitive singles, I'm buying them for 10 cents, 15 cents. you know, things like that. Even some of the reverse foils for some of the deck building, I'm trying to get them $3-4. So I'm trying to keep my cost base as low as possible as a player, because I just want to play the game, and the cards are going to be indexed, they're going to be shuffled up, they're going to be on the table for potential exposure to outside things that you cannot control. You know, maybe somebody drops the glass, maybe you're on your kitchen table and your mom's puts the soup bowl on the table, and and a soup splatter hits your Mothman, and now your Mothman's dinged up, nicked the corner, the dog chewed it, the cat scratched the hollow, and now it's got a soup stain on it. You know, you don't want that to happen. So if you're a player, keep it separate from the collectors. Go out, start buying player singles, buy some bulk, buy the lightly played reverse foils. Maybe somebody was too aggressive opening up some packs and they scratched the hollow foil, so you can get, you know, you can get your reverse foils like even cheaper, so that you can use them for play, but do not use your personal collection as a player's player sets. You know, you want to keep everything separate. So I have my own sealed product, which I keep separate from my collection, which I buy cheap singles, like near mint singles. I try to get good deals, put them in set binders. And then on my player's side, I'm out here trying to lightly played, heavily played. You nick the corner, I don't mind. I'll take the lowest price so that I'm going to be using it in my deck, and it's going to be shuffled. You know, I don't want to, you know, last thing you want to do is go to a league challenge, destroy the kid, and then the kid gets mad at you and he spits on your card. So you want to keep the less, you want to try not to expose your collection to that. And so, as you can see, the money flows. As you go this way, the money decreases. You cannot go this way. Keep those categories separate. All right, and that's how I do it. And yeah, guys, I mean, that's straightforward how I do it. Keep these categories separate. Buy cheap singles, heavily play, lightly play, keep it for play. You know, I don't want to have to go ahead and repeat until I'm blue in the face, but it is what it is, and that's how I do it, guys. How about the meta, baby?